Hey guys, Movie Junkie for Life here, and this is going to be my review of Insidious The Last Key. Before I get into that though, I want to give you guys a heads up. I got called out for jury duty because I don't know how often I'll be able to do my reviews. I have no idea what the time frame is going to be like, you know. I've never done this before, so I don't know what to expect. I know it's during the week, but I don't know if it's going to take up my movie viewing time, so I'm going to do my best to still get reviews out to you guys at the beginning of the week, but I can't make any promises, but I definitely promise to get them done during the week, so bear with me. That said, Insidious The Last Key. And we have returning here, we have Lynn Shay as Elise Rainier. We have Tucker and Specs coming back again, played by Angus Sampson, I think, plays Tucker, and Lee Wanell plays Specs. And for those who know, Lee is the mind behind the Insidious series. So this one is very personal, as this one follows Elise's story, and she has to go back to her home where she grew up to deal with one of the most terrifying hauntings that she's ever had to deal with. Insidious. Now, this is a series that I have really liked. Granted, it's not as strong as it used to be, but this was a series that did some stuff in horror that we hadn't seen recently, and they did it really well. One of the things is atmosphere, another is the use of the foreground and the background to, you know, sometimes there's something always going on in the background, and there's also the lack of sound. That is something that every other horror movie wants to bombard you with loud music and jump scares. Insidious has managed to stay away from all of that by it's almost like a video game where all you see is right here. Everything else is darkness. So you're completely freaked out because you don't know what's going on right here or right here. And it works really well. Here, for the most, it works. Granted, if you're a fan of this series, some of the scares are not going to be as potent because you kind of know by now how they work in this series, and I wish they had done something a little different here to spice things up a bit and to keep you on your toes. I kind of knew where every scare was coming from in this movie. They telegraphed themselves too much, and it didn't stop the movie from being entertaining, but it stopped it from being scary. For me, this was the least scary Insidious movie that I've seen. That said, Lynn Shay as Elise is amazing. She is the strength of these films. She has been from the first one come forward. If you've seen the first one, you know her story arc, and they use this movie as a really wonderful way to give her the send-off that her character deserves. What she does with these scenes is pretty top-notch, because she takes what could potentially be a very flat scene and adds emotion to it and adds a level of drama to it where you really are very invested in her character. You want to see her succeed, you want to see her survive. Same for Tucker and Specs, you know. Granted, they are just kind of the sidekick characters in this. They're there for humor, but what she does with her character of Elise, this is one of the most likable characters. She's a scream queen in her own right, even though she doesn't do that much screaming. And horror fans will know her from way back. I think the first time I saw her was I think she was a teacher in Nightmare on Elm Street. She's in that scene. That's the first time I saw her. And she's gone on to become a horror icon. So I don't know if she'll pop up in future endeavors or not, but she was definitely the strength of this movie. Story-wise, the demon here is pretty interesting. I wish they had expanded more on what the demon was trying to do though, because the whole thing with the keys, as you can tell by the name of the movie, The Last Key, keys and doorways have a great significance in this one. And I don't know, I just felt like they introduced us to that. They gave us that. Here's this demon who wants to unlock these doors, so to speak. I won't go into more detail than that. And they don't really explain properly what the end game for this demon was. So I really wished we got that in this. But overall, Insidious The Last Key was a really decent movie, a really solid addition to the franchise, and I would give it a 6 out of 10. If you're a fan of this franchise, I highly recommend checking it out. I think you'll really love it. I think mainstreamers might be a little more scared of it than hardcore horror fans like myself, but it didn't stop me from enjoying the movie. So Insidious The Last Key gets a 6 out of 10. And that's going to be it for me, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please click on the like below. It really helps. Subscribe if you like the channel for more like this. And until next time, bye bye.